Hi, this is Mike Moo from HIPAA Watchdog. Happy New Year to everyone. One of the major things that I hear about every year is, Mike, do we really need anything more than my standard antivirus? Or, Mike, I have a Macintosh. I hear that PCs get attacked, but Macintoshes don't get attacked much, so we don't really need an antivirus or anti-malware solution. Well, here is an example of a quick, fun little penetration test that you can do. There are very few of these that are actually free. That does a simple form of a penetration test. It's a fast internet security test run by the folks by Zscaler. I'm not sponsored by Zscaler in any way, nor do I have any affiliation with them. It's just a product that I've seen used out in the field, and they provide this little test for you. So you could go to zscaler.com. At the top, there's a free internet test thing that you just saw me click on. And basically, it allows you to go ahead and check to see how healthy your internet security is. Let's face it, most of the computers these days that we use in a business are often connected to the internet because it's a huge productivity boost if you used properly as a tool. But even if that is the case, there's a lot of risks involved. Besides recreational use versus personal emails and work emails, we often get bombarded with communications and websites that we didn't mean to go to. So here is an instant risk assessment to see how effective that your computer system and your firewall solution and your internet or whatever security applications that you have or web appliances that you have, or if you don't have anything, to see how vulnerable you are in safeguarding your computer and the intellectual property you have access to through your computer system. So you could just click on check your security now. As you can see, it's free, confidential, and safe. I've run it a number of times and I did not see any bad things happening to my computer system, but just be aware that I'm not associated with Zscaler in any way. So go ahead and try that out. Now, I ran this on my Mac a little bit earlier. The system will actually take longer to run if you have more security in place. Okay, if you don't have much security in place, let's just say you run Microsoft Windows XP and you do not have anything but the free antivirus that's provided by Microsoft. You'll find that your security checkup will run through really quickly because you will be at a high threat level. Now here in this example, I'm using a Mac and I don't have any security stuff installed. All right, except for antivirus, but that's really not going to protect me against a lot of things that we see on the internet. So here's my security test result. So as you can see, I'm not vulnerable to common viruses. So they basically sent out a few modified common viruses out there to see if maybe my system might run them or if they will catch them or not. So I have a network-based antivirus solution on here. So it protected me against their ZBot virus. I also have a protection against botnet, cross-scripting attacks, malicious code injection. I'm also protected against that. As you can see, I am vulnerable to phishing, and this is a very, very popular attack that is done typically via email or fake websites, because you mistype in a website incorrectly. There's a website that you go to regularly, you happen to mistype it, someone out there in Nigeria or China or some other country, maybe even the US, just basically bought a domain that looks very similar to it, and they make a copy of your site and you don't even know about it, and unknowingly you type in your real username and password. Now they've captured your username and password, and eventually someone will go in there and use that to hack your account. So that's what a phishing attack is. As you can see, I'm vulnerable to a phishing attack because my security solutions didn't block a fake one to a known phishing site. And when they mean known phishing sites, there are a lot of them. Actually, if you actually use Gmail or Yahoo email service and you've submitted your emails out there to the public at some point in time, you will actually find that there are phishing attacks that are sitting in your email inbox. Well, not the inbox, but that was caught by your Gmail solution that puts it over in the spam, and they'll give you detected warning. So they'll give you a warning at the top. If you see that, obviously just make sure that you don't click on it. If you click on it, then you can get a malicious code injection, such as this one. This is a vulnerable threat to a known malicious website. Sorry about that. I just misclicked right there. And this one's a really scary one. Is if you get an executable file via email, if it'll allow it to pass through and not check it for viruses or any malicious malware. So this is one of those things that that people get attacked with a lot. Virus hidden in a zip file. Again, I don't have an active antivirus installed on this computer system example, so I would have failed that one. And also whether or not they'll steal my browser cookies and hijack my web session. This one's a pretty scary one, particularly if you use a laptop and use it out there, at Starbucks or any other free Wi-Fi. This is a pretty scary one because basically they'll capture a lot of information about you, your surf habits, possibly some passwords, unsecured sites, etc. So yes, this is a fun test to go ahead and run on your computer system to see how vulnerable you are. And, you can email this report to yourself and then, hey, tell IT, hey, let's get on this. Let's go ahead and plug up these security leaks. Over here at HIPAA Watchdog, I obviously have some recommendations that you can go ahead and use. Zscaler, excuse me, Zscaler is one of those recommendations that you can look into getting. Again, I'm not sponsored or endorsed by Zscaler in any way. This is just a penetration testing that you can find out. You don't have to use Zscaler, but the point is that you want to go ahead and get the best solutions that you can out there with a reasonable budget and pricing and protection for your organization. Obviously, particularly with healthcare and HIPAA regulations and security breaches we see out all the time, this is one of those things that you want to take care of. So again, the quick answer, and usually what I always tell people is, guys, if you're not paying for your antivirus, anti-malware solution from one of the bigger, well-known companies, and you're using the free version, such as the Microsoft's or AVG free antivirus, it's not going to protect you from most of this stuff. Your risk level is going to be high or very high. Okay, so this is the reason why I make those recommendations and say, hey, if you're using a free antivirus, budget for this year to get the proper antivirus and anti-malware solutions that are appropriate for reducing the risks in your organization. All right, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next video.